Hey guys, my name is Tony Hines, and today I will be going over how to create a Google Ad and Google Analytics accounts. So this is our second webinar in our 5-part series. Our next webinar will be on January 29th, and that will be covering how to define your SEM goal. So first and foremost, you may be asking, well, what exactly is a Google Ads account or a Google Analytics account? A Google Ads account allows you access to the Google Ad platform where you will be creating your ads and your campaigns. And a Google Analytics account allows you access to your Google Analytics platform where you will be able to track website data and app and campaign performance. So to get started, first you're going to want to, we're going to be creating our Google Ads account first. So to get started with Google Ads, you want to type in the URL ads.google.com. Once you type that address in, you'll be brought to a screen that looks just like this, and you're going to want to click on the Start Now button. And when you're creating a Google Ads account, you have to use Gmail. Same for analytics. If you want to use these platforms, you have to have a Gmail address. So for this webinar, this tutorial, I'm using a Gmail that I made prior to this called Tony's Flowers 1234567 gmail.com. I'm typing that in, and then this is the password. So once you create that, it's going to take you to, so for me, since I already have Google Ads accounts, it brought me to this page, but if you do not have a Google Ad account, you'll be brought to this page. It will look like this, and this is the Smart Campaign setup. This is something newish that Google rolled out. It's not the standard way to create accounts or to create campaigns. It's something a little bit newer. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to switch to expert mode at the bottom. Let it load. So this is creating a campaign, but we're not going to go through all of that right now. What you're going to want to do is click on create an account without a campaign. There's only a couple more steps here. So then you're going to make sure that your billing country is correct. So if you're United States, it should say United States. Make sure your time zone is correct. It doesn't have every time zone, but just choose the one that best corresponds with your city and state. And then you want to make sure that your currency is set to the correct currency, and for us that's going to be US dollars. And then click submit. And simple as that, you are all done. That's how you create an ads account. Google Ads, they're free to run, and as we explained in the last webinar, you're only paying per action on your ads. So when people are clicking or calling or making a positive action, that's when you're paying. So to create the account itself and to run the campaigns and things like that, it's free. So this is what your newly created account will look like. So right here you have your overview. This is where you'll see like your clicks, impressions. This is the date range for what you want to see the data. It doesn't let you go further than the date that you've created the account. So this is the only day that we can have data for. And then you can change all of these things to give the metrics that you want. You can also click these and change them as well. And then so you have your overview right here where you'll see the data for all of your campaigns, all of your ads, everything in one snapshot. Then you can go to the campaign section, and this is where you'll create your actual campaigns, and within your campaigns is where you'll have your ads. So this is where you'll create your initial campaigns. This is settings for those campaigns once they're created, locations for those campaigns once they're created, and then change history is where you will see all of the changes made to your account since you've created it within the selected date range right here. So it says customer created the account, so all of this was done in advance. Okay, so that is how you create a Google Ads account, and these are just some of the basic options and features that you have right here on this left side. So next we're going to show you how to create a analytics account. So I'm going to sign out of this so that my screen will look as similar to yours as possible. So right now we're at accounts.google.com, and we're going to want to go to analytics.google.com and go straight there, making sure I'm not signed in anything. Alright, awesome. So you're going to go to analytics.google.com. It's going to take you here. You're going to do the same thing, and you're going to sign in. Same username, same password. Click next, click next. After that, it's going to take you, well, actually you may see a little bit of a different intro screen. Your screen may have a button that says sign up now or set up for free. You're going to click on that button and it will take you straight to this page. So then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to click create account, and then you're going to enter your account name. So we're going to make this Tony's Flowers. And then so the next step, you're going to, I typically like to leave all of these checked, but that's just a personal preference. Google also recommends that you leave these data sharing options checked. These first two options are pretty much just allowing your accounts to share data with each other, so it has a positive impact on your account. And then the second two data sharing options are just allowing technical support and account specialists, so letting people give you recommendations on how to improve your accounts and how to improve performance and how to use their platform the best way. So I typically like to keep all four of these checked, and then you're going to click on next. So then you're going to choose what you want to measure. So before it was just your web or your apps. Now they have this new thing, apps and web. I'm used to just doing web. This is the full version of analytics. This is not a beta version like this apps or like the apps and web. So this is fully rolled out. This is what I typically use when I'm measuring my website data or the website data for the florist. But you can also choose whichever one you'd like to choose. But for this, we'll be choosing web. So then you're going to click next. And then you're going to type in your website name. So we're going to say this is also same as the account name. We're going to say it's Tony's Flowers. And then you're going to type in your URL. So this is going to be www.tonysflowers.com. And then you're going to select your industry. So consumer products isn't one, retail isn't one of these that they have on this list. So I'm just going to go and select other because I don't see exactly what I would choose, for the florist. So I'm selecting other, and it doesn't make that big of a difference. It's just they want to collect more data, so they know. So they just want to know exactly like who you are as a business, so they can collect more data. But it's not going to affect how your account is set up or how we run it. So then all this information is filled out. You also want to make sure that your porting time zone is correct. So we're going to go back down to New York, and then you're going to click create. They're going to have the terms and conditions are going to pop up. Scroll through these. We love reading terms and conditions. Yeah, accept that, and then also accept this and accept. And you should see a little success button right here, and there you have it. Your Google Analytics account has been fully created. The next steps for you would be to take this tracking number and all of these different tags that they have right here, and you would use these codes and you will put them into your actual website on the back end, and then you would be able to begin tracking your data, how your ads are performing, conversions, your spend, what your keywords are what type of searches your keywords are bringing in, and things like that. But you'll follow the instructions that it gives you, either on your website itself, or you can look at these and follow the instructions and just add this code into your back end of your website. So that is how you create Google Ads accounts and Google Analytics accounts. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at thines@bloomnet.net. This webinar will be going up. This is at 4, and this will be staying up for quite some time. So if you guys want to just shoot some questions and I can respond to them, that will be fine. But if you would also like to just send me your questions straight to my email, that's fine as well. So I will just sit here and wait for a little bit to let you guys ask any questions that you may want to ask. And if not, then I will just check my email. Alrighty guys, so that is it for the webinar. Thank you for joining. Thank you for spending this time and learning. If you have any questions, just reach out to me. And I will see you next week on January 29th. See ya.